everybody. Welcome to Absolutely Obscure with Josh and Rory. I'm Rory.
I'm Josh.
And this is a podcast where we talk about movies you've never heard of. Today we are talking about Psychophonia, also known as Deadly Signal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it has. It's one of those two title ones.
Yeah.
Ooh, very
like
exciting.
American Fork. Yeah.
Yeah. It's from 2016. This is from writer-director Brianne Davis. This has a 3.7 on IMDb with 341 votes, and 107 people have seen this on Letterboxd. Now, Josh, I think this is the movie that broke me because it made me realize that doing this podcast, watching this movie, I'm just kind of like, this is actually pretty good.
We finally won you over.
If this movie is good for us, we've fallen so far.
Yeah. The standards are low here on Absolutely Obscure. Yeah.
They've gotten lower after our last few, I feel.
It was a big dip.
But I had mostly a pretty good time with this one.
It's hard to... I mean, there's lots of dumb stuff. But, man, 75 minutes? Like,
Oh my
this is
God.
This is shorter than like a 2-part pilot of a new TV show. Like,
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it's really hard to, like, it clips along. It'd be so, if it went slow, that would be terrible. But the acting's not super atrocious.
No.
It's, like, it's more like the things they're saying are ridiculous. But
Yeah.
they're all selling it pretty well.
Yeah.
And, like, if you look at anybody's IMDb on this whole movie, they're all in, like, they're those people who are in a million things.
Yes.
Like, and even our lead girl, she was in, like, she just had, like, a big year with, like, she was in, like, 3 Body Problem and, like, The Undoing, like,
Yes.
she's really, and then, like, she had like an arc on True Blood and stuff, like, so
No, they got actors for this.
yeah, it was good.
Which is more than we could say about our last like 3 movies.
Yes, yeah,
So I feel like there's lots of good ideas here that just maybe aren't executed super well, or maybe a little are just not filled out enough to make it really
totally
make it sense.
Yeah, they had the baseline stuff there, and they never really kind of figured it out. But they're like, we'll throw a schlocky movie together and see if there's fun in it. And it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, this feels like a student's final assignment in like the 4th semester of a college.
Yeah, that's good.
Where it's just like there's stuff here. I could see you going
You
on.
have potential.
All of these people I could see going on to do other stuff. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
We have our lead character Lily. Who do you have the actress's name?
Vedette.
Vedette David?
No,
Lims?
it's like Lynn or something. Vedette. Vedette Lim.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think she's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she cries at one point.
Yeah,
I'm just like, hey,
Tears.
amazing.
Oh my God.
She cries with tears, which is something we haven't seen in a while. Most people cry with just the face of a crying person. And she is married to a man,
Jeremy.
Yes. They seem to have a pretty good marriage.
Yeah.
They wake up and we just see this opening morning.
Yeah, they're in bed.
They wake up in bed.
I was a little nervous at the start because the camera at the very start with the dark, like the lighting, it was very gross looking. It was like that yellowy tinge or whatever, and I was like, oh no, this is. But other than that, was like after I didn't even remember it till this moment now, you know.
Yes.
And yeah, they're like waking up in the morning. Seems like, oh hey, quick little morning sesh maybe.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and then he's like, I'm gonna go for a run instead or whatever.
And she's like, come back quick, we'll get croissants kind of thing. And we cut to him on his run. He passes by someone.
Yeah.
It literally says hello.
Yeah.
And then they walk on by.
Like, beautiful morning. Yes. And then he, I like this, he takes a break. So he's in the woods. He takes a break near the only murder shack in the entire woods.
The most murder shack I've ever seen. So he's running along this trail, and then he just like wanders onto what looks like an abandoned farm.
Yes.
Why?
Because he passed the girl, we see her like jet off from this position.
Yes.
So I was kind of like, oh, this is like her yard. And then, you get a better look. It's like, this is nobody's yard. Nobody's lived here in years. And he's like, good time for a break. I'm like, no, do not stop here. Because he, surprise, surprise, immediately gets grabbed from behind and bashed in the head with a rock.
Well, first he tries to call home.
That's true, yes.
And she doesn't answer. She's in the shower.
Yeah.
And then someone sneaks up behind him and bashes him with a rock. The killing of him, not well edited either.
No.
This was the only part that I was just like, ugh, this doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Because they probably just didn't know how to cut around.
And like didn't have the money for the effects and stuff.
Exactly.
Don't think. Yeah.
So bashes him in the
lots
head.
of schlocky noises, like the like that kind of stuff. It was good. Yeah. They did a good job of like off-camera mutilation, I guess.
Yes, bashes him in the head and castrates him.
That's right.
I forgot about that. That's in the description of the movie.
Yes, that's right. You mentioned that. I forgot.
And then we cut back to
the wife. She's kind of calling, being like, "Oh, hey, I figured you'd be home by now.
I got the croissants."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we cut to the detectives on the scene immediately.
Oh, we also see the lady runner. She's coming back.
Oh, yes.
And she's the one
who
she sees the body, screams,
calls
in.
The
police.
I love this line of the lady runner talking to the cops, being like, "I can't believe this is happening to me." I'm just like, you said hello to the man.
Also, you were talking before about how the lead's a pretty good crier. This lady's crying. I was like, she might be the worst actress I've ever seen in my life. I was so upset. And then I looked at her and she was in Tar. She was in. I was
what?
Like, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about.
She must not have cried in Tar, or she got a lot better in the 6 years.
That could be, yeah.
And then we never see her again. She's gone.
She's gone. Yeah.
But then they go to the Lily's house, and they let her. No, wait, she's calling.
So there's a few things. Yeah, they're looking around the scene of the crime scene, and she's calling the phone, which I also love that like. It's been taped off and everything, and they've just been like a gruesome murder in this. I don't know what. Do we get a scale of this town?
No, but it feels like it should be very small.
Right.
Yet, the only other ghost expert in the world lives in the town. So it might be the only city in the world.
Well, because what I was gonna say, it's like the house is taped off, or the murder shack is taped off. And then there's just two detectives there. That's it. They're just like, you guys got this, right?
Yeah.
We're taking off for lunch. Sorry.
We have so many other murders we gotta cover here.
And then the one detective, the phone is ringing in a bush, and he's like, all right, I think it's around here somewhere. Like, he's like, I found it. Like, he took a gruesome murder, and he's like, the person's fully turned on cell phone. It took him till the wife called to be like, here it is.
And yes, lets her know over the phone, being like, "Oh yeah, your husband."
So it's like, who's this? And she's like, I'm calling my husband's phone. He's like, oh, bad news. It's like, wow, what a way to let someone know.
So we now cut to the house. She's being interviewed by the lead detective, who is played by Daniel Quinn.
Ah, yes.
Who this movie is dedicated to. He did pass away.
Oh, that makes me
before this movie came out, and I do think he's like pretty solid as like he doesn't have a lot to do as a detective.
Yeah.
And he's not a very good detective.
No. Well, he clearly just drops, hey, your spouse died. By the way, I found his phone in a bush.
No, that was the other one.
Right.
Yes.
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 But so the lead guy, what I know him from is I'm a big Baywatch fan.
Oh, okay.
And he is like one of the few actors who's played about 6 different people on Baywatch, different episodes. Most of them all terrible creeps.
How will you recognize someone from Baywatch in 2025?
I just watched it like last year. I watched the whole 9
That's
seasons.
true.
It was great.
Wow. He's a big fan of yours.
I didn't say that. He's not great in Baywatch, all right? He's very passable.
So yeah, he interviews the wife, and she's like, well, everyone knows he goes jogging every single morning, so it could be anyone.
Everyone knew, yeah.
And I have here, the acting isn't bad. I'm actually intrigued. Have my standards fallen?
Yeah, and he's like asked, like, oh, well, what did he have any enemies? What was he working on? Do you know what he was working on at work?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, all I know is like a new communication device.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Rory.
Yes.
If you had a spouse and they were working on a ghost telephone,
yes,
and you didn't know that, would you be pretty? I'd be pretty upset. I feel like I'd want to know If your job was, I'm working on a ghost phone.
Yeah, I'd probably want to know so I could divorce them. So I could be like, I want out of this relationship.
That's what I mean. It's like, that would feel like worse than cheating. Like, I'm sorry, you've been working on a ghost phone the last... Okay.
You've had this job for 10 years. You said that this was our big break.
Yeah. So, so she's, I think the next day...
Next scene is I think it's just that night.
Right.
Her friend is
there.
Irene?
Her. I think so.
Yes.
I didn't write her name down.
Her friend is kind of in and out of the movie.
Yeah.
Not
kind of like the voice reason, like checking in on her.
Yeah.
You need someone on her side a little bit, right?
Exactly. And she mentions, I had a missed call from him right before he died. I don't know.
I wish I could
have. And then Irene's just like, hey, you actually have 2 missed calls from him.
Yeah.
And it should be noted that the detective was very specific about the time of death.
Died at 6:30, body found at 6:45. Mm-hmm. The second call comes at 7:02.
7:02.
So, whoa.
Who could that have been?
Who knows?
Yeah. And then we cut to the funeral.
Yeah.
I like how they are using the actor's headshot as like the funeral photo. It is the most headshot photo I've ever seen in my life. It's just the guy standing there in a white void being like, ah.
That's awesome.
Couldn't get another photo with him and the actress together.
And then, so they're at the funeral, and the friend again is like, that was a really sweet story that you just told. I like the hearing that one. Enter super creepy suspect number 1, Parker.
Oh, it's great. Who could have done this?
Yes. He's like, by the way, I don't know if the police, are they on anybody? Is that a thing that's going on? How's the investigation working out? It's like, it was like, this is our guy. It's gotta be.
It's perfectly innocent to ask at the funeral, being like, they have any idea who it could be? Huh? And Parker is the partner at the Ghost Phone Company.
Ghost Phone Company, that's right, yes.
He's played by Adam Ross, who I don't know if you recognize. He's a big TikToker actually now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's kind of famous on TikTok. He does dances.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He did look a little familiar, but
He might have popped up on something.
The feed somewhere. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then also there's a woman who sneaks into her house at this point.
Yeah, you just see some blonde lady with a bun in her hair. I think it also might have got mentioned at this point. Mm-hmm. Just that Jeremy had a wife beforehand.
Yes,
and then I think the friend is like, "Oh, did you hear anything from the ex-wife?" And she's like, "No, I never talked to her.
Yeah,
no contact.
No, never. He didn't talk about her at all.
Yeah.
Hey, who's that blonde lady who just wandered into my house?" And then the friend is just like, I don't see anyone. You must just be seeing things.
You know that old movie adage of show and tell at the same time.
Oh, and then we do get a scene of her packing up his favorite things.
Yes.
And it's so many phones.
There's so many phones in this one room. Yeah.
And I kind of forgot that, he's working on a ghost phone. That's why he has so many phones. Because later on, the phones become very important. And I kept being like, why are there so many fucking phones in this one room?
Her like packing things up. She puts away something. The second thing she grabs is like an old-timey a pair of lips telephone.
Pair of lips telephone.
She grabs and she just starts crying.
She breaks down.
Full breakdown.
These were his favorite phones.
Which I felt so bad because I was like, it seems a little too early to like start packing up. I feel like you need to.
Oh, you think it's too early to start packing? Do you think it's too early to go to bed and take the wedding ring off?
She takes her ring off and like puts it in a cover.
I'm just like, that seems a little early.
Like, holy smokes, you were trying to get over this guy.
Yeah.
And this is before you found out he was a sex pervert.
And then we cut to 1 month later.
Yeah.
Hey, see that deadly punkettes? You can expend the time with just a title card. Sorry. So now the detective comes back and he's like, So we don't have any real leads.
Right.
Hey, but did your husband know these two people? Because they were murdered in a similar fashion.
Absolutely, yeah. Another guy, they both, and he's like, and we didn't tell you this last time, but there was like something carved into his skin.
And also, he was castrated. We left that part out.
I feel like they told him the castration part, but yeah, they didn't talk about that because she's like, why didn't you tell me this? And he's like, it's like Sanskrit. We didn't have it translated at the time. Forget what it stands for.
There's only 2 cops in this whole town. It takes a long time to translate
all
Sanskrit.
the other beat cops are taping off crime scenes right now. Sorry. And so she's kind of like, just these two. And so it seems like kind of like a revenge thing. These two are swingers. Were you and your husband perhaps? And she's like, no, we were not. We were in love and monogamous.
And it should be noted that the Sanskrit does say life, death, rebirth. And the cop says that with much prestige. Life.
Yeah.
Death. Rebirth.
Nice.
Yeah. And now at this point, she starts, after she turns down the cop, she's just like, no, we weren't swingers. We weren't in that lifestyle. Yeah. He didn't know these people. He's like, sorry, I'm going to leave. And then this is when she starts getting the phone calls.
Phone calls, yes.
On her cell phone from Jeremy's old number.
Yeah.
And they're just wind.
Wind on the other end.
Which... I don't hate the concept of that. I think it is kind of a creepy thing to get phone calls from a dead person. It's just if you heard like a storm on the other end. I think that is a creepy thing.
Or even like whispers. I like that, like whispers. I feel like they get into a little bit later, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, but we also get later where hanging up is a no, and then phoning back is a yes, which feels a very complicated system.
Oh my god, that part was so funny.
So yeah, she starts getting these phone calls, and she's just like, she keeps trying to find out who's calling her. Is it like a prank? Did someone steal his number?
Yeah, I think she's kind of like, and there's a little part of her that's like, what if it is somehow Jeremy, right?
Yes.
So the friend again's over, and it's like, listen, I get that you're thinking that you're just traumatized. Like, do me a favor. Call the phone company. Please see if there's some actual explanation to this before you dive into any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And yet, so we see her on the phone with the company, and
this guy has no sympathy for this woman whatsoever. The guy at the phone company hates her.
He's so mad.
She's like, no, nobody's on the line. Jesus Christ. And she's like, well, can I talk to someone else? He's like,
listen, if we're going to keep going with this, we're going to have to open like a file. She's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, that's where I've been at, lady. Are you kidding me?
And then he gives her, what does he give her here? That he starts like listing off letters so quickly that she's supposed to write down.
I think he did actually make a claim number, which, yes, this made me laugh so hard because he's like, all right, here's the claim number 1745688JK, and she's
she doesn't have she races to find a pen and pencil.
And he's on the last 2 numbers, and she's like, got it. Thank you. It's like, okay. Which I was really thinking there was gonna be like, oh, she has to be like, can you please do it one more time slower?
And then he just hangs up. And then she's researching later that night.
Yeah,
because she's just like, well, I still think it could be Jeremy. I think.
Hey Google, do ghosts ever call people?
Yeah. Hey, here's a website.
This guy might have something to say.
This guy might have something to say.
This fucking heartthrob man.
This fucking Hallmark Channel son of a bitch who's been in
so many Hallmark movies.
This could have been a Hallmark movie. This feels like it would have been the setup for a Hallmark
I feel like
movie.
this guy probably loved this project because it was like his finally a non-Hallmark movie. I'm gonna go play a fucking hot doctor of ghost phones.
Yes. When do we find out he's a doctor? I'm just like, what are you talking about? So his name is Dennis Faxon.
Yeah.
He's super fucking hot. And she emails him being like, hey, I think my dead husband is calling me. And then they meet up the next day because he must live in the same tiny town that she does.
Yes.
And he is so mad.
So pissed.
That they're
like, meets with Dennis. He's kind of a dick. But also hot and like mad. And I'm just like, what is happening here? And then he's also like, immediately, for an expert on like ghosts, you can't even tell. It's like, it sounds like sometimes he doesn't believe they exist.
No,
so he's like, let me tell you something. In the history of time, there's been 7 billion phone calls. All right, there's like 50 on record that people say are from ghosts. So it's probably not likely.
Yeah.
And like,
you're probably fucking crazy, lady. Why are you wasting my time with this? This thing I've dedicated my life to.
It's like, haven't you been researching this? He's so pissed about it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And he's like, 99% of the time, these are just fake anyways.
Yeah. He's so mad.
So I can understand why, like, what they were going for, where he's just like, I'm tired of these pranksters.
Yeah.
I know it never works out,
Yeah.
but it doesn't come across. He just comes across as a massive dick.
And I think, does he give her like one thing at the end? He like, he gives her like a notepad and a pencil for like to write down something. I can't even remember what it was.
I can't remember.
There's like one little thing that she says that's like intrigues him to be like, oh, maybe this lady's for realsies, you know?
Yes, yeah.
And so he's like, okay, yeah, keep in touch, I guess.
Yes.
Let me know.
At this point, does she know that Jeremy was in the sex club? For sure.
No, I think she's skeptical still.
Okay.
Because it's not till, so I think, is this where, so I think the detective now, he calls her this time. And it's like, hey, by the way, if you're near your laptop, I just sent you a photo of another guy. I'm curious if you've ever seen him.
Right.
And then up comes a photo of stock photo of a magician. The creepiest man I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, suspect number 2.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And yeah, so it's, she's like, no, I've never met this guy before. And she's like, why? And he's like, well, he knew the last 2 victims, and he says he knew your husband. So, and she's like, well, no, definitely not. So I think this is where she's finally like,
pacing
boy,
it
he
together.
might have been into this kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I have it somewhere here that Dennis says, are you sure you're just not bitter? And she says, yes, I am bitter. So I'm just wondering if that happened before. And so she is like angry at Jeremy still.
That could be.
Because I think she does at various times scream at Jeremy when he calls me, like, you fucking piece of shit. You were fucking other women.
That's after she does know for sure.
Yes.
So yeah. So she sees the photo of the creep. No, never saw him. And then she immediately gets that's what I remember it was.
Yes.
At the meet with Dennis. Dennis says like, oh, where's your husband's phone, by the way? And she's like, oh, it's still in evidence. Like, they have it. So he's like, oh, that is a little strange. So he's like, let me take care of this. And then, so after this laptop situation with the photo, you hear a ding dong and she goes to the door, and it's her husband's phone.
Yeah.
Dennis has his hot ways. He probably seduced someone and got a phone.
Yeah, he fucked the county clerk or something.
And yeah,
he fucked the third cop in that town.
Listen, we're working on the murders. The other cop, he's fucking Dennis.
Listen, we rotate in and out. That's how it. 2 people work a murder. 1 person's fucking. And on his phone is the contact, is like the proof that he was part of the sex club.
Right. Yes. Yeah, she finds all these like codes and stuff. And then so she also then is like, one of the things that she's like, calls Parker.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, by the way, can you bring all his like work stuff over to the house? And Parker does.
Yes.
Brings all his equipment and shit that he worked on at the office. And he also drops a little bit of info where he's like, oh, I think this is where we're finally like, oh yeah. Or something like, maybe did they know the ghost phone exists, or is this where we find out about it?
This is where we definitely find
Parker
out.
Basically, is like, oh, we were working on this super secret, I don't know, paranormal. He uses all sorts of big words that I'm like, whatever. Ghost phone, got it. Yeah. And so, and he's like, after explaining it to her, he's kind of like, yeah, you know, and it's sad we never got to work, but and you're the name on the patent, which is interesting. And she's like, oh, that is interesting. She's like, yeah, that's really great that I helped him build it. And You're going to get all the money from it. Okay.
It's going to you.
I'm going to leave now.
Definitely not a motive. No motive whatsoever. Also, does he have any of the work here that I can take with me? He's constantly like, hey, anything that he needs that I can have. And then now she calls.
I love this. She turns on the work laptop, like gets in with the password and stuff. Immediately, like first folder she clicks on is just photos and drawings of people fucking each other. So I think now she's like, all right, he's probably into some stuff.
Yeah. Wow, my husband was horny.
And I think she calls the guy, and for the photo, his name is Rutger, I believe.
Yes, Rutger.
So she calls him, and he's kind of like, oh, how'd you get this number? And she's like, oh, I think she says Claire, which was the name of the second victim.
Yes.
She's like, Claire, because, yeah, you have to, like, be in touch, I'm assuming. And she's like, yeah, Claire gave me your number. I was just too nervous to call.
Yeah.
Until now.
And he's like,
hey, come on over.
Come on over. What do I have to bring? Vaseline, latex, lube. And then he's like,
I'm just kidding.
We're just messing around.
These perverts have a great sense of humor.
Yes. That is kind of fun. And now she goes to the sex club. She puts on a wig.
She puts on the worst wig I've ever seen in my
life. Does nothing else to disguise her identity.
No. Yeah, she goes right in, and Rutger's there, and also is with the mysterious blonde woman that randomly went to her house for the funeral.
Now, would you assume that a leader of a sex cult would have a goatee?
Yes.
The worst goatee you've ever seen in your life.
100%. That's what I figure. If you start a sex club, they're like, okay, well, you got to grow out the goatee first.
Yeah,
and then we'll get the papers rolling.
We're not going to respect you before then. There's a new couple there that's also like, it's basically this weird initiation. They keep talking about like Buddhism and different kinds of spirituality.
Yeah. And rebirth, like you said.
Rebirth a lot.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. Rebirth. We keep saying rebirth. That thing that was carved into the victims. And she's just like, so where do we start?
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, this isn't where we fuck. This is the floor for fucking.
Oh, sorry, we missed one part because she's on the way to the sex party, right? In her wig, she's in the car. She's about to like get out to head in. Yeah. Phone rings, and I'm like, ghost cock block. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
And this is where she yells like, "Fuck you, Jeremy, you piece of shit! I can't believe you were cheating on me.
You were fucking all these people all the time. I'm going in there."
And the other thing that she did during this time was, I think she got advice from Dennis or whatever. She recorded, or she looked it up online. She recorded her next phone call with a spirit or whatever.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And so she goes in, and I gotta say, this is the lamest sex party I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. This seems, admittedly, a lot less fat people than are at most sex parties.
Yeah, there was one balder fat guy that I was like, who let this guy in? That was for realism. Yeah, but
Josh.
that's everyone else at this party is like young and hot. And just terrible kissers. It was really gross.
Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. When the sex party stuff was happening, I did turn my phone face down at the cafe I was watching this movie at, because I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna come up on the screen, so I'm just.
It would have been weird. I feel like less weird if just hardcore pornography was on, because it's like, it was just like lots of like kind of. Like it was weird caressing, and like
caressing.
Just the same audio thing of one girl going,
Yeah, I remember the audio.
It's like, all right, it's like someone get good at foreplay here. This looks terrible.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And Lily kind of has a breakdown. She can't do
this.
it.
Yeah.
She starts crying, crying at the orgy, a memoir. That's a memoir I would read. Absolutely.
So she now is back with Dennis.
Yes,
she meets up with Dennis again, and she shares the recording of the phone call that with being like, "Fuck you, Jeremy, you piece of shit." And he, this also, I noted this right away. I was like, Dennis only has one coat that he wears every time we see him. It was a good coat, but
which, hey, that's realism. Who doesn't have just one coat?
Yeah, I loved it.
That should be most people. He also at this point is just like, is this a hoax? Are you fucking with me? He still doesn't believe her, even though this is. If you meet a paranormal investigator person,
they would lean into it.
They would be so into this, no matter what. And it sounds like. And he's just like, oh, it sounds like wind.
Yes.
That's what they say that it sounds like. You must be real.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, he seems to believe her now. And I think he says something about, so lots of phone calls like this, if there's ever a spirit trying to contact you, I think the two things he says there, it's usually like unfinished business or whatever, or they're trying to warn you about something.
It was comfort and regret. Those are the two reasons. And then later on, he's just like,
your husband's
maybe
might be a third
revenge.
One. Yeah. Yikes. You know?
Yeah.
Pretty intense.
And then he starts immediately hitting on her.
Yeah.
Like, now that he believes that these things are real, he's like, well, now I'm going to fuck you.
I'm immediately like, any scene with Dennis and Lily is 1,000 times hotter than that sex party could try to be.
Yeah, these are two actual actors doing pretty good. Yes. They have good sexual chemistry.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope it works out for them. I'm sure that if one of them were to, I don't know, be murdered in front of the other one, they would have a reaction of some sort.
Did you, by the way, to get off track for a second, did you ever watch Student Bodies?
A little. I think it was like a little too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The Dennis was like, he played a jock in a recurring role on there. It's good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was like the hot.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Home Videos. I remember
Student Bodies was so it was a half cartoon. They were high schoolers, but then the one kid drew. Yeah, and they would do little segments in cartoon.
I remember that one because they had a very long staring contest episode.
Oh yeah,
where they had a staring contest and they'd like walk over and they'd be staring at each other and then they'd start feeding each other while staring at each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
That's my Student Bodies memory. That's our CanCon corner of this episode.
That's
right. So yeah, he's complimenting her paintings, which I guess we haven't mentioned. Lily is an artist.
Yes.
The paintings are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I assume that they're all prints, but they still look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Actual talent, not like in Deadly Punkettes where they're just like, this is the greatest song ever written. And it sounds like something a 5-year-old wrote. Oh, and now we discover that the orgy lady who's with Rutger, does she show up here?
Yeah, she does come. I'm lost in my notes, but she did come the next day. Blonde shows up, and she's like, oh, hey, basically, that was the worst wig we've ever seen. We all know who you are.
Yes.
Your husband was part of our sex cult.
Also, I was his ex-wife. I'm the one who brought him to the sex cult.
Yeah.
He never stopped fucking me, by the way. Yeah. She says they were married for 1 year, and that the reason that Jeremy couldn't stop. He liked the sex cult, but he was protecting Lily from it. He knew that he would never
basically
like it.
He told everyone at the sex cult, "You keep your hands off my wife."
Yes, he was basically just like, I love my wife while balls deep in someone.
And everyone at the sex party was fairly like, "Oh, I really want to fuck this guy's wife. I can't wait till he dies so we can indoctrinate her into here."
Yeah, and he's calling her. He called right before she entered the sex club because he's protecting her from the sex club.
Yes.
Which I wish someone would protect me from the sex club.
Oh man. So and I think, is there another part? I think this was before with Dennis.
I think this next scene is the one with that.
Okay.
You're thinking about the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. So during the conversation with Lily, Dennis was kind of like, well, the phone, then there's other ways of possible communication.
Just his preferred mean is the phone because he loved phones, obviously. In case you haven't seen his office.
Yes, so many phones. I noticed this guy's a real phone guy. But he says like the TV is another possible way. So we cut to Lily in front of like the
fuzzy TV.
Fuzzy TV trying to talk to it.
Yeah.
And I thought this was kind of like a cool idea of trying to communicate. You know that there is one way and trying to find another way. She falls asleep in front of this TV.
Yeah.
And at this point I was just like, now it's starting to drag a little bit, the movie.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling like, okay, it's not as good as I thought it would be because the ideas aren't fully paying off. And it feels like, I think there's 20 minutes left. It does not feel like things are wrapping up here.
It was very, yes, there was, I was like, what is going to happen at the end of this movie? Like, we haven't figured out anything. And so she meets with Dennis again. He's like blown away that
she tried the TV.
And I think because when she woke up, like you said, she fell asleep. I think she woke up and there was like a whisper.
Right, yes.
So there was like a contact or whatever, and then so Dennis is like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this! This is amazing! I'm gonna write a book about your story."
Right. But I'll have to spend a lot of time with you. I think we're gonna get very intimate. Yeah. And then Jeremy keeps calling while he's there. Nope.
Ghost cucking this guy totally. Oh man. And so then, after seeing hot Dennis, she gets all horned up, and she's like, listen, I'm going back to this sex party.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Yeah.
She shows up, and the couple that we saw at the first time, it is their official initiation.
Initiation night, yeah.
And they have weird masks that they put on.
Which I love. Also, I feel like the whole point of a mass sex party is like you put it on before you come in.
Yes.
Not after you're like, hey, you're part of the group. Now put on this mask. We all know who you are.
Yeah. Now you get to know our real secret. We're all furries. And then they all orgy it up.
Yeah, more slow, weird kissing.
Yeah. Again, I have here that I turned my phone. Nope, face down.
Yeah, it's interesting, and because I think when the wife came over, the ex-wife, sorry, Angel, she was like, oh yeah, like just so like because she's like, hey, you should come back. We all really liked you, and she's like, I could never be a part of that world, and she's like, everybody thinks that, and then they do it and they love it, and so she's like, oh yeah, and she seems pretty in. She wakes up like the next day at like noon, like she's hungover, like Jesus, my God, what a sex party that was.
Oh my God. Jeremy, I get it. I would have kept that to myself too. Oh.
And then she also wakes up, and I think there might have been a line about how she hasn't been able to paint since her husband died.
Yes.
And she fucking wakes up, whips out like the best painting she's ever made in her life.
Super horny painting. It's very erotic. And now we're at the night, and she's falling asleep in bed, and she gets a phone call to wake her up because somebody has broken into the house.
Yeah, there's someone outside. They're watching her. They see her go to bed, and then as she's like turning in, he breaks in.
Yes.
And he's just the loudest intruder I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Full on footsteps, not trying to be quiet. Flashlight on full brightness.
Yes.
And but she doesn't hear. But then, ghost husband calls, wakes her up. She then hears a noise, tries to hide.
Yeah.
But the man, he does find her, chases her, gets her. And then but by the time he gets her, we're in his office.
Yes.
All the phones ring at the same time. The guy goes, oh, I can't hear. She runs away, grabs a knife, stabs him in the stomach, or like the chest.
He basically leans against the wall. She takes off the mask, and it's...
Well, I knew before, because I saw it through them. I saw his eyes through the mask, and I was like, well, I know that creep's eyes. That's Parker right there.
That's Parker right there. We cut to the next day, and the detective's just like, well, Parker's in a coma. Ugh. Not looking great. And I guess he was breaking in here to try and find the patent kind of thing. And she's just like...
luckily, there's lots of motive, like you're pointing out. So yeah, not looking good for old Parker.
Yeah, and look, case closed on your husband. Looks like it was Parker all along.
I think Parker murdered and mutilated all these other perverts.
Yeah.
That's not good.
He definitely had motive for them too, right? It definitely isn't just the one guy that he knew. Which
I think she does point out. She's like, seems like a lot of effort to go to for a patent. He's like, totally, right? All right, see you later.
Now, admittedly, later on, they do say that NASA picks up the patent. So
for the ghost phone?
I don't know, man. Did you miss that part?
Yes.
So it sounds like the ghost phone is going to be a pretty big moneymaker.
Is that when she's like leaving at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah. So Now, Dennis shows up right after the detective's about to leave and asks her on a date right then.
Yeah. And the detective's kind of like, he is hot, I get it, but this seems fast.
This seems a little fast. But anyways, that's my time in the movie, folks.
Yeah, and he's looking around the house. He's testing the phones, which I love because he just picks up the receiver and it's like, yep, that one's not on either.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to the next one. That one's also not on. None of these phones are plugged in. How did they all ring like that?
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
And then we get Lily basically telling Jeremy on the phone, hey, it's time I move on.
Right, yes.
Which I'm like, you took off your ring after the day of the funeral. I think you've been ready. You've been to an orgy already. It's been 1 month.
Technically went to 2. She just only joined in at 1.
That's true. That's true. If my partner goes to an orgy a month after I die, a month after I murdered and castrated Josh, please, it's her. Guaranteed.
So now we get another time jump 3 months later.
Yes. We missed the important thing here. She buries the phones. Yeah, she buries her phone and she buries Jeremy's phone.
Yes, after the phone call with Jeremy. Yeah, she buries them in her little garden.
Yeah, so that she can't receive calls from him anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I feel a little rude, seeing as he saved your life multiple times at this point. But whatever. I guess it's because she wants to be fucking Dennis.
Wow, and she's like, hey, I got a sex club to go join.
I got a sex club, and I'm going to go fuck Dennis a bunch, and you keep calling when I want to do that, and it's also not fun.
I don't know if this was just me, but when Dennis first got introduced, and he was just hot in that cafe, I was like, this guy is definitely in the sex club, like, for sure.
That would have been a fun twist. But now, yes, we jump to 3 months later. Yeah. She's basically in a relationship with Dennis.
Yeah.
And then she decides.
But she's and she
to leave the orgies.
Yeah, she's But she also, we did see she got initiated, right? That's an important part.
Yes, I think we kind of missed because the couple. We mentioned that the couple was getting initiated. I think she gets initiated at the same time.
I think so. What I think happens is it's 3 months later. Mm-hmm. It cuts to her at the sex party. She's getting initiated.
Yes,
and then it jumps her and her friend back together, and the friend's like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?
I'm getting fucked a whole bunch."
Yeah, but you know what? I'm actually going on a date with Dennis.
Yes,
and then date with Dennis goes well, and now she's like, "Oh, this is what I actually want in life. I'm not going to go to this weird sex club.
I'm done with the sex club."
Yeah,
immediately.
And then so I think we now see another murder, right? Is that what happens?
So there is another murder.
Oh yeah. So date with Dennis and then another murder, and I couldn't tell right away.
Yes.
But I was pretty sure, but it was Nikita, the girl who got initiated before.
Yes, the first couple that we meet.
Yeah.
Who get initiated. We see their initial time there. We see their initiation. She gets murdered.
She gets murdered.
Yes.
And then which I love, so it's like the same MO as before. So now someone, and so she goes to the sex club the next day.
Yes.
She's talking to Angel, and she's like, I think someone might be targeting us. And Angel's like, you think? It's like 4 people have been killed. Yes.
4 people have been killed and mutilated from our sex club that we've seen 5 people at.
Yes. It's a pretty high percentage. Yeah.
Like 90% of our members have been murdered.
How is no one in the sex club talking about this? And so she's like, I don't know. Oh, because that's right. She hasn't actually quit yet. She's like, guys, I think maybe we should stop having group sex for a while till it's safe again, you know? And they're like, no, we're never going to stop. Then they win.
This is all we have. We will never conform to society's rules of not having orgies.
Yeah, so that's my favorite part. Is it's not even like, oh, I'm in this new relationship. She's just like, I'm going to stop having sex with everyone so I don't get murdered.
Yes. And then we cut to a date. Dennis is like walking her blindfolded through the forest. He's have a really nice lunch, dinner here. And by the way, we have 5 minutes less left in this movie.
When she they were like case closed, and she's like, hey, husband, love you. I'm going to move on now. That was an hour. I was like, there's 15 minutes of screen time. I was like, what is going to happen with the rest of this movie? I have no idea.
And then this is where I found out that Dennis is a doctor. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking
this
about?
Is the first, I swear it might have said on the website. Yeah. But yes, this is the first time out loud that she's like, Dr. Dennis, whatever his last name. I was like, this name is just like, doctor of what? Ghosts?
And they sit down, and we show her, we show him, we show her, and then we hear
we hear another gross slit
and then
noise.
Dennis is dead.
Dennis is dead.
He gets his throat.
Hot Dennis is just dead.
Slit open, and Lily's reaction, nothing. Absolute nothing. She doesn't care at all. She's just like, what? And of course, it's Rutger.
It's Rutger, yeah.
You can never trust a man with a goatee.
No, never.
And he's the reason he's killing people is because they're trying to leave his sex cult.
You can't leave the sex club after we initiated you. We said rebirth. How many times do we have to say rebirth that means you stay with us forever?
Yes, and somehow this has never happened before. How long has the sex cult been happening that no one has ever tried to leave it yet? And it's only within the last 4 months that 4 people are like, I think I'm going to leave the sex cult.
And then they end up dead. And no one's like, at the sex club's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, wow. Anyways, sucking and fucking. And then they get into like a fight, and she shovels him to death. She ends up.
So she goes by the. This was probably my favorite bit of like foreshadowing.
Yes.
When she's doing the burying, like you said, you do see like a shovel just beside it. It's like a nice little. Oh, this will come in handy later. Yeah, she runs to the garden. And then the phone rings.
Yes.
And she's like, oh my God, it's Jeremy. And Rutger's like, Jeremy's dead. But then she, or does he get distracted by the phone?
He gets distracted by the phone.
Yeah. And she gets up, grabs a shovel, whacks him in the back of the head, and then like spikes it into him.
Yes. Straight up just
spades him.
I have to assume decapitates him, basically.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
And then we cut to 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
And she's moving out because she got the NASA money from the ghost phone.
And the police are basically like, hey, thanks for solving that case for us, by the way.
Hey, do you want to be a cop? We could really use a 4th cop on the force.
Listen, admittedly, our time's freed up a lot since we're not fucking Dennis anymore because he's dead, but...
And we get Irene in this last scene too, helping her move out. Oh yeah, and then this is the last scene with the detective because he's just like, oh, he's just in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping solve the murders. You guys need a hand, and she's just like, oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But then we see Angel just watching from across the street. In a car, and I'm just like,
is she mad? Is she mad?
I think she's mad. I'm just like, is this setting up a sequel where Angel's gonna hunt her down? Because it really feels like it.
And I don't know, is that all you saw?
No,
because we did happen to get yet another after credits scene.
Oh my God! No, I didn't see the after credits.
All it
scene.
was Angel's phone rang in the car, and it said Rutger.
Okay,
and then she picked up, and it was just whisper like the wind again.
Okay, that's nice.
It was interesting.
That's a good.
But then she was confused by it.
Oh,
so I was like, is she mad? It only made me be like, I don't know what her motive is right now.
Interesting, huh? Well, hey, how? That just makes me question how the ghost phone technology works now. Because if they were working on the ghost phone, he would know how to make the ghost phone. How would Rutger know?
Why would Rutger know? Yes.
Who are you selling the ghost phone to? Are you selling it to ghosts?
That's what I mean. It's like, so did they patent this? Did they have a ghost beside them being like, all right, how do we figure this thing out? You know?
Oh. I thought that was a pretty good movie, though.
It was, you know what? As a fan of like horror movies, yeah, it was not bad.
It had, again, not great acting, but like good acting.
It reminds me a lot of. Did you ever watch Midnight Meat Train?
Yes.
Where it's like not a great movie,
no
weird concept, but Bradley Cooper is so good in it.
Yes.
That it's like, okay, that's all you need.
Like this is a very good. It's not very good, but a solid concept that they executed well enough.
Yeah.
Like, I would give it a 3 stars.
I'd be down with 3 for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you can find that and all of our other ratings for all the movies we've done on our Letterboxd.
So Psychophonia on Tubi if you're
on
interested.
Tubi.
Yeah.
A lot of these movies on Tubi. This is this is a recommend.
I would recommend this. Yeah. 75 minutes. Are you kidding me?
75 minutes.
I don't know if I'd watch this again, but maybe.
You have a much better worse ways to spend your night.
Yeah.
One of them might be chosen today. We'll find out. Anyways, you can find our Letterboxd and follow us on there and all social media at Absolutely Obscure Pod. You can also email us at absoluteobscurepodcast@gmail.com, and we will read your comments or your concerns or your recommendations. We'll read them on the show.
Anything you email us, we'll read it.
Yeah. We'll read it.
Spam, whatever.
Yeah.
No, you can also follow us individually at The True Rory or Real Funny Josh.
Thank you to our producer, Aaron Campbell, handsomest man in comedy. And our thank you to Matt Prince for our theme music.
Yes.
And now it is time to choose the next movies that we will cover.
All right.
Now, I'm actually excited about most of these movies.
Oh, okay.
And there's one that if you choose, I will be so mad. But, it's a 1 in 5 chance, so we'll see. Okay, so your titles, for if you're listening for the first time, I give Josh 5 titles, and he chooses 2 of them. And those are the next ones based on title alone. All right, your titles are Sioux City.
Okay.
Then we have The Conclave. Then we have Club Lingerie. It's not porn. I double checked. Okay.
Wait, honestly, is it made by that guy who made
I
Deadly
can't tell
Punk?
you anything.
I feel like he had a movie with lingerie in the title.
Okay, then we have Grow House.
Okay.
And we have Night Club. Night with a K.
K.
Nightclub.
Interesting.
So do you need those again?
Okay. There's Nightclub. There's The Conclave. There's what the lingerie one? What was
Club Lingerie.
Lingerie.
Sioux City. And Grow House.
Grow House. Okay. First instinct, kind of interested in what The Conclave is.
The Conclave. All right. The Conclave is from 2006. Is a 6.5 on IMDb with 742 votes.
Right.
That's
also, I just want to say, I'm hoping we can maybe get some extra traction just with the movie this year coming out called Conclave.
It came out last year.
Whatever. It's fresh.
And 537 people have seen this on Letterboxd.
Okay.
In 1458, 5 years after the fall of Constantinople, 18 cardinals meet to elect a new pope. Rodrigo Bergero, a 27-year-old cardinal, learns to play a very dangerous game. That sounds a lot like the movie that just came out. It sounds very much like the movie that just came out, but set in 1458. So, all right. And the second movie, Josh.
Okay. I think I kind of want to see what Nightclub is.
Thank fucking God. Because Club Lingerie was by Jared.
I knew it. I'm so glad I looked at his fucking IMDb. I don't ever want to see one of his movies again.
Well, it's still on the list, so you never know. Nightclub came out in 2001. It has a 4.9 on IMDb with 354 votes. And 81 people on Letterboxd have seen this. A wannabe actor becomes a bouncer and is seduced by the fast-paced world of Los Angeles nightlife, which doesn't sound that thrilling, but I'm so excited that you actually picked this one because we have our first repeat offender. This is a Lachlan Monroe starring movie.
Yes.
We're going to become a Lachlan Monroe podcast, I feel
that.
like. And I love that for us.
Yeah.
So you can check out those ones next time. Thank you guys so much for...
Thanks for listening, watching.
See you next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.